Heyo guys, welcome back. My name is HM and I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and if you're new here, the Swarm welcomes you. Tonight we're going to be opening up something that I've been looking for quite a while, and I actually haven't found a lot of this wave. But we managed to actually finally find some Wave 3 Battle Strike packs. I want to say this is Wave 3. Let me get this in focus a little bit better. I am super excited to be opening this one for obvious reasons. There is a Sectanoid inside. And this means I can finally build our Flex Bug deck. You can actually kind of see me in the reflection. Hello! But anyway, we're going to go ahead and bust into this and see if any of these Bakugan are actually any good. I don't know any of the stats for any of these. And I realize the Howlkor is kind of lacking paint. Well, of course, even the Nillious is. Like, Evolution's Bakugan just seem to be lacking a lot of paint unless they're like Platinums. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. Actually, let's take a look at the artwork on the packaging, because it is kind of odd seeing the standard core, like, speed mode Sectanoid up here. I've noticed that's kind of a running trend that they use this artwork for most Sectanoids. This Arcleon is looking pretty cool. The Nillious actually looks really cool, too. The Howlkor's neat. Let's flip it over to the back, because there are some interesting things. The renders for these are much darker. And the Howlkor looks like it has more silver on it, and it's lacking a lot. The Nillious is aggressively orange, which I kind of actually like. It's weird. The Sledge looks completely different. I kind of wish this was the Sledge I got in here. It's, the Sledge in this is mostly transparent with black wings. And the clutch is actually kind of different, too. It's more of like a neonish orange, and it looks more red on here. So, yeah, there's some really interesting differences. It'll come with 3 character cards, 3 cards for the Nanogan and the Geogan, 3 gate trainers, or I guess gate cards now, and 6 cores. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get into this and check out what these Bakugan are actually bringing to the Pro TCG. Alright, now that we've got everything out of the packaging, let's go ahead and take a look at the cores and the cards, because I actually do know what Sectanoid has, because I want to build a deck with it. This is seeming to be pretty alright, but I am a little concerned with the Sectanoid's ability to open, which is a huge bummer. It seems like it might be a dud, but we'll see. So we have a 150 plus 1 Green Fist, a 150 and 4 damage Flaming Fist. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Huh. Okay, interesting. Ooh, nice. A Haos and Pyrus plus 400 shield. Those are kind of hard to come by sometimes. A -5 Flaming Fist. Let me go ahead and get these autofocus so I don't have to keep focusing them. 152, so that's a really good Green Fist. Probably one of the best ones. I think the gear ones are the best, honestly. And then a -300 shield. Okay, so now we are actually going to look at the cards, because I really, gosh, I just hope the other ones are good. Because if the Sectanoid doesn't work out, then that's going to be kind of a bummer, but I'll have to see if I can work some magic and see if I can figure out how to open and close it. So here are our gate trainers. Nothing new. I actually haven't seen this one, but this is some card artwork. They're all pretty standard. They all have core bonuses, which is kind of interesting. So there's our gate trainers. And now for the cards. Let's go ahead and get into the character cards first. Boom. We have Aurelus Nillious. Double shield, 305, and if you land on a shield, you remove the opponent's core. Yikes. I don't know about this one, guys. That's really low. Like, even if you're stealing a core, you're only going to be at... No, you're going to be at 600, because Aurelus does not have shields that boost it to 400. So 600, and your opponent doesn't have a core? Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one, guys. That's pretty bad. Next up, we have Howlkor. Okay, Haos Howlkor is bringing 2 Green Fists, 801, and if you land on a Green Fist, it removes the opponent's core. So, this would be hitting 950 and 3, and your opponent doesn't have a core? That's decent. That's pretty... That's a lot better than the Nillious, actually. At least that's... You can kind of put up a fight, and you could also run Gear Core. So I think the Gear Core are... I forget what they are for Green Fist, but this is pretty alright if you want to buy this for this. And for our boy, we have Platinum Sectanoid. This guy has 1,000 B power. Yes, 1,000. 1 damage, but it has double Flaming Fist. And the idea is you want to share magic shields. from another Bakugan. And this thing can hit 1650 all by itself. That's pretty awesome. It can also share its Flaming Fist for your damage victors, which is actually pretty good for our Pyrus Sectanoid. So, that'll help us out in our deck building. I still need to get the Aquos Platinum Sectanoid so we can actually make that deck. I'd like to have that one in there, which is kind of a good substitute, so let's go ahead and look at our Geogan cards. Oh, interesting, they use Manticore on here. It's actually not called Arcleon. It's a code name. Interesting. So, Aquos Manticore, also known as Arcleon, 3 cost, 800 B and 3 damage, and if you land on a Green Fist, 600. So that's what? 1400? 1400, so 1550? If you land on a Green Fist? And 5 damage? That's not terrible. No, it's actually... Yeah, that's right. Is that right? I'm second guessing myself. Anyway, yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, next up, we have Sledge, the best boy, Aruren says. I think his is Pyrus, but this one is Aurelus, and it's a Helix and a Magic Shield Bakugan. Okay. I needed some of these. This could fit into my Maxitar deck. Okay, this is pretty good. Plus 300 for just a Helix, and 500 is kind of low for a Nanogan, but I do like this. Nothing, or something is better than nothing, so I'll take this. This is pretty awesome. And then for our last one, we have Pyrus Clutch. Another Helix support. Okay, you know, I don't think I'm using Pyrus in that deck. Maybe I should. So this comes with a free reroll, and if you're holding onto 3 Helixes, you get plus 1500. That gets my Swarm stamp of approval. That's amazing. Wow, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our Bakugan now. Save the best for last. We'll bring up the Howlkor first. Get this nice and focused. I've never been too big on the mold for Howlkor. Especially this one. I really like the original Battle Planet Ultra. It actually looks pretty darn good. So, it's going to be kind of dark. I want to make sure you guys can see all the fine details. It's missing a lot of paint, it seems. I thought all of this would be silver up here, because it's actually silver in the render on the back. But I do like the very light tones of blue. There is some silver on here. But yeah, this actually looks pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm still not huge on the mold, but it is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put this back here very carefully. And look at our cheesy Nillious here. Now, the camera doesn't pick it up, but there is one thing that I kind of like about this. It is a lot of yellow, but the heads are actually a slightly darker tone of yellow or orange. And it looks kind of nice in person, but again, there is just so little detailing to the actual sculpt. Like, they could have painted these wings entirely gold and then put these flares like somewhere else, like maybe on the side heads right here. But man, it's just too, it is just too yellow. Let's go ahead and pop it open. It's got the Nillious issue where its head and its wing never wants to open. Okay. But yeah, this thing is aggressively yellow. And it's got a little bit of gold on its chest. But like, man, even my camera's having a hard time picking it up because it's so vibrant. It's still cool. It's a Nillious. But I definitely would not recommend using this in your decks because it's really not that great. Anyway, moving on. Let's keep that core under him. And check out the Nanogan. So, yeah, our little cool dudes are still little and cool. So, let's see if I remember how to open this properly. This one perplexed me. Clutch perplexed me the first time I opened it. So here is our Pyrus Clutch. And I really like the little black piece of plastic in here, because I'm a sucker for white and orange and black and orange. This little dude's looking pretty awesome. I'm actually really excited that I have a Helix Nanogan. This could fit into our Swarm deck, actually. I would need another Helix candidate, though, and that's an issue. So I don't know if it would actually be that good. Okay, let's go ahead and put him back here. And for the best boy, we have Aurelus Sledge. Almost looking like a diamond. Check out these wings. I have to actually get this way close so you guys can see it. The wings have some glitter, and that's pretty awesome. I wonder how they did that. That's super cool. Okay, anyway, getting this open is fairly simple. Just gotta pop the wings open. Some famous last words and it just breaks or something. Oh gosh, I don't want that to actually be true. Okay. I think this tail was folded. Yeah, it was folded like this. And this little dude just sits around like a little gremlin. Now, it's really hard to see the detailing on this because it's so bright, but the insides of the wings are very cool. And the translucent plastic is actually super awesome. He's a pretty cool little dude. I actually really like Sledge. I just really wish these Nanogan had a little bit more paint. Maybe I can change that. Who knows? And for, actually not our last one, we still have Manticore, also known as Arcleon. Let's go ahead and get this open for you guys. I actually really love Arcleon. Like, this is by far my favorite Geogan, and it looks pretty dang good in Aquos. It seems pretty useful in the TCG too, so this is a buy. This is definitely a buy. Pretty neat. Have some really, really hard to see flourishes here. It actually, you can really see it when I cover the light a little bit. Super cool. I really enjoy this one. And last but not least, our poor Platinum Sectanoid. This poor guy, I can already tell, is going to have all the opening issues in the world. So I'm going to have to work some magic here, if it'll focus. And his magnet isn't weak. The joints are just way too stiff. So I have to squeeze him to open him, unfortunately. If that'll even work. There we go. He still looks awesome. Like, I really love this design. You have some really sweet silver designs, and the green sticks out quite a bit, actually. These super cool purplish pink designs, and this matte pink. Very, very clean. Very cool Sectanoid. We'll have to see if we can get him working properly for a deck. Super cool. I really like this little streak of hot pink here, too, so let me go ahead and put him back here, because we are hitting our 10-minute mark, and I gotta restart this real quick. Alright guys, that's going to do it for our unboxing. I'm actually pretty happy with how all these look. The Sectanoid, of course, looks amazing, but I am pretty disappointed that it doesn't open and close properly. It seems to be such a common issue, and I don't know if it's just because they sit in the package for as long as they do and their wings get kind of messed up. But let's get this a little bit closer again one more time. It's very, very tight to close. My camera is going to be difficult with me. It's a very tight close, so if I actually fold this up, this part works great. It's these wings that are always the issue. Look at that silver. Man, this design is so cool. But once we get it all together, it's really like awkward. And it looks like it's closed, but I think the joints are way too tight. Like if you can see here, these little nubs, they stick out so much. And I think they're supposed to be more flesh. This one's actually a little bit better. But yeah, this is insane how tight these are. So let's go ahead and get a core on it again. And yep, same deal. So the magnet works. It actually, let's see if it can actually hold on to two. Probably not, because yeah, the magnet isn't all the way out, unfortunately. So squeeze the back part of the wings. It's always the back part of the wings that does this. But anyway, I'll definitely be trying to see if I can get this to function a little bit better, because I really want to use it. I really do, but if it's going to be unreliable, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to become one with the swarm, please subscribe. I've got some pretty interesting things coming up very soon. I want to make sure that I can get some customs done, and I actually got something pretty cool from a friend that just kind of like sent me something, and I'm going to be making a video on that very soon, and I'm super excited for it. It might be custom related, so we'll see when we get there. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.